Hello, it's Miss Tribbiani here. I hope you're having a good day so far. I have the book How to Be an Awesome Astronaut. I will read this and then we will talk about the main topic and key details in it. The learning target I have is I will identify the main topic and key details. That is what we did with Let's Go to the Moon, and we will be doing that with How to Be an Awesome Astronaut. So, to tell the main topic and key details, we can draw a web like I have here on this board. In the middle is where you write the main topic. And the main topic is, what is the text mostly about? So when we read Let's Go to the Moon, the main topic was about astronauts on the moon. Now, the key details, those are outside of the main topic. And those key details are the important facts that are about the main topic. So those are real things, real facts about the topic that you learn. So let's go ahead and read How to Be an Awesome Astronaut, and then we will talk about the main topic and the details. When I am reading, think about the main topic and what some important details would be. How to Be an Awesome Astronaut. And look, here's this cool badge. How to Be an Awesome Astronaut, written by Jordan Collins, illustrated by Stuart Lynch. This says contents. This is the table of contents, so it tells us what we will be reading about. We have Welcome Recruit, Space School, 321 Liftoff, Inside the Space Station. That's a few of the things we will read about. So I'm going to make sure that I always read these headings where the letters are bigger and it's on top of the page. So this says, Welcome Recruit. Are you ready to be an astronaut? This book is your guide. You'll learn how astronauts work, eat, sleep, and even use the bathroom. So let's get started. Here's a caption down here that I'm going to read that goes with the picture. The International Space Station will be your base. Can you say that? That's a big word. International Space Station. So that is where the astronauts stay when they're in space. It looks like this. Did you know the ISS, which stands for International Space Station, circles Earth at nearly 285 miles a minute? Wow. Space School. You'll need to train for space. You might use a simulator which has the same controls as a real spacecraft. You might also train in a pool. If trainees crash a simulator, no one is hurt. Phew. Working in water feels a lot like working in space. So to train, that means like to practice. So they have to practice how to be an astronaut so they're ready when they actually go up into space. This says, did you know most people feel space sick their first few days in space? 3, 2, 1, liftoff. You'll travel into space inside a module, joined to a rocket. At liftoff, you'll feel heavy. Loud bangs will fill the air, and the module will rattle and shake. A module can fit up to 3 astronauts at a time. Did you know if you could drive straight up, it would only take an hour to reach space? Module, booster, plume. These are labels telling us what those things are. Inside the space station. The ISS is your home in space. It has 4 labs, a gym, a lookout, a bathroom, and 7 beds. You might stay for a few days or even a few months. Here's some more labels. We have eye mask, strap, floating arm, sleeping bag. Did you know astronauts can't eat crumbly food? Pieces could float off and hit someone in the eye. Hold on to your food or it will float away. Know your astronauts. The commander is in charge of the ISS. Next in line is the flight engineer. Most other workers are mission specialists. They take care of the ISS and do experiments. This experiment looks at how plants grow in space. Did you know astronauts don't wash dishes? They just crush up used food containers. Flight engineers keep the ISS working. Life in space. In space, you have to exercise 2 hours a day to keep strong. However, you'll also have some free time to play games, make calls, surf the net, or just gaze out of the window. Astronauts even celebrate special days in space. Did you know if you cry in space, your tears don't roll away? You have to wipe them off. Ties stop astronauts from floating off their exercise machines. Keeping clean. It's tricky to keep clean in space. You can't turn on a faucet because water sticks to you or floats off. You'll use no-rinse products instead. In space, a vacuum sucks up cut hair and nails so the bits won't float off. Did you know in space the rough skin on astronauts' feet gets soft and peels off? Astronauts clean their hair without running water. That's interesting. I did not know that. All about spacewalks. You might get to go on a spacewalk. This won't be easy. The big padded spacesuit is hard to move in, and spacewalks can last 8 hours. That's longer than a school day. Air supply, backpack, boot, camera, helmet, glove. And you see this word that is in bold, spacewalk. I'm going to go to the back of the book, to the glossary, and it's going to tell me what a spacewalk is. It says, spacewalk, when an astronaut goes outside the space station. So that is when they leave the space station and they're out in space. Did you know there's no such thing as up or down in space? Astronauts work and sleep at any angle. It takes about 45 minutes to put on a spacesuit. Tools and robots. Astronauts use special tools. You'll use the pistol grip tool, a power drill that works in space. You'll also have help from R2, the robonaut, and a huge robot crane. R2, the robonaut, an astronaut on the robot crane. This trainee astronaut is learning to use the pistol grip tool. This is the pistol grip. Here's some extreme facts. Life in space is very different from life on Earth. Take a look at these extreme facts. Number 1. On the space station, astronauts see a sunrise or sunset every 45 minutes. A sunrise seen from space. Number 2. In space, your legs push up more blood than on Earth. This gives astronauts skinny legs, big chests, and puffy faces. Number 3. Astronauts get taller in space. This is because they have no weight pushing down on their backbones. When astronauts return to Earth, their legs are weak from not walking. They are often carried at first. Flight engineer Chris Cassidy returns after more than 5 months in space. And that is it. So I hope you learned a lot of facts about how to be an awesome astronaut. I'm going to bring back this so you know what we're talking about. We are going to identify the main topic and key details. So here in the middle, I am going to write the topic. So let's think. What was this book mostly about? I hope you're thinking astronauts. It was all about astronauts and what they do in space. Now I want to add some details. So I'm going to put those on the outside. If I turn to a page in here, this page about space school, I learned that astronauts train in a pool. It says right here, you might also train in a pool. So I'm going to just put right here, I'm going to write, they train, which remember train's like practicing, in a pool. Let's see what else. If I keep going, Ooh, this page was telling me the ISS is your home in space. So I'm going to write that detail because that's where astronauts live when they're in space. The ISS is your home in space. Now there are many more details I'm going to add. One more. I'm going to add a detail about what some astronauts do in space. So let's see. Right here it's talking about how they do experiments. So some do experiments. Now those are 3 details that I have thought of. I want you to watch the video again and see if you can add any more details to this about astronauts. What else did we learn about astronauts? What do they have to wear? What kind of tools do they use? Do they have to exercise? Those are some things that you can think about. Great job listening to the story and identifying the main topic and some details. Have a good rest of your day. Make good choices.